It's very strange that Super Smash Bros. Ultimate not only is the third best-selling Switch game, not only is it the most successful game in its own franchise, but also all of its competitors have never been able to compete with it. Every game that tried to be a platform fighter and stand up to Smash Bros. Has inevitably failed, and there's reasons for that. I'm going to go over that in this video. So let's talk, but before we get into that, make sure you all subscribe and like and all that sort of stuff. So let's talk about it. So Super Smash Bros. Ultimate has sold over 36 million copies, making it the third best-selling game on Switch, only behind Mario Kart Deluxe and Animal Crossing New Horizons, which is very impressive in of itself. 36.5 million people is a lot of people. Now, why is it been able to do this? Now let's start the other fact. There's a lot of iconic characters in Smash Bros. Smash Bros. Has characters from, iconic companies such as Bandai Namco, Nintendo, Sega, Konami. There's a huge list of developers and publishers that have licensed their characters to be playable characters in Smash Bros. You've got Minecraft Steve, for God's sake. There's so many different characters in the games that it's insane. And also the sort of events that it feels like. Nintendo has found a way to market Smash Bros. Editions of new characters as events, and that is a huge deal for a lot of people, because think, when Banjo-Kazooie, for example, when they were announced to be coming to Smash Bros., that broke the internet. Everyone was talking about it. It was huge. And I bet so many people bought the Fighters Pass just for that one character, to play as that one fighter. It's also a fun experience to play with Smash Bros. Smash Bros., there's just enjoyment to it. There's enjoyment to playing as random, characters from different video game franchises, beating each other up and basically fighting in a death match to be the best brawler. And I think that's where a lot of people will sort of realise the appeal of Smash Bros. Smash Bros. And Smash Bros. Ultimate especially has a huge roster of characters, and they arguably have the most iconic roster of any game. When you compare it to other games that have tried to compete with Smash Bros. Over the years, like PlayStation All-Stars Battle Royale or Multiverses, the lineup of characters, when you look at those games before they would shut down, they weren't that huge. They weren't as diverse as what we see with Smash Bros. And also, they felt very much sort of like they were games that was made to showcase the IP power of one company. Whilst Nintendo, what Nintendo's done with Smash Bros. Ultimate especially, there are characters from from a number of franchises. Companies like I said, Sega, you've got Konami, you've got Namco, you've got Nintendo themselves, you've got Microsoft. There's genuinely seems to be major characters from most major game publishers that appear in Smash Bros. Ultimate, and that's actually quite impressive. And it's actually genuinely amazing to see, because it sort of gives back the fan appeal. Like, to me, the two characters I want to see on Smash Bros. Are like Waluigi and Crash Bandicoot. And funnily enough, Crash Bandicoot is the more likely of the two. Now, there's obviously whole reasons for that. Basically, Waluigi's never had his own game, so it's very unlikely that he has the sort of IP power to really warrant a load of attention. But with Nintendo especially, they seem to just listen to fan feedback. A lot of the characters that we've had appear in Smash Bros. Over the years have been fan casts. They've been people that have been like, I want this character in Smash Bros. And Nintendo's listened, and they've gone out and licensed these characters. They've gone out and made a deal to get these characters or made them themselves. And it's genuinely kind of cool to see. Now, am I surprised that Smash Bros. Ultimate is the best-selling game in its series? No, I'm not surprised. But to be the third best-selling game on the Switch as well, which let's be honest, the Switch was one of Nintendo's most successful products. I think it's their most successful console to date. It's genuinely insane to see that, not only did Smash Bros., which started off as a small brawl of only 8 playable characters, this game has gone from being a small little novelty to being a gaming icon and being a huge part of the cultural zeitgeist of what's hot and what's not in gaming. Now, let me know what you guys think about this in the comments down below. Do you agree with my point? Do you disagree? Let me know what you think. I've been EC. If you're new, make sure you subscribe and like. And like I said, let me know in the comments what you think about my take here. And I will see you all in the next video. Peace.